Hey guys, what's going on? Ozzy here with another video. Today we're going to be covering 5 or 6 Ethereum projects that are on my radar. Now obviously so far on the channel we've done Solana projects, but I myself am involved in both Ethereum and Solana. And I've only been in Ethereum for around a month and a half or 2 months. So I'm definitely still learning myself, but regardless, I think the projects and my opinion on these projects that I'm going to share with you today will be helpful nonetheless. But with that said, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there that NFTs are a risky asset. If you don't know what you're doing and you're fairly new to the industry, don't go and do anything without doing your own research first. But without further ado, let's jump into the first Ethereum project. So the first Ethereum project I wanted to cover is called Balloonz NFT. Now these guys are a 7,777 collection. They're minting on the 26th of February, so just over 10 days time they're going to be minting. And they're minting at 0.077 ETH. So it's super affordable for most people, I would say, that are in the Ethereum network anyway. These guys at the moment have 20,000 followers. What is promising is that before they had this account, they had an original account. And that original account had around 25,000 followers. And they got suspended because of the growth that they were having. So obviously nowadays, if Twitter sees an account that has explosive growth and engagement, then what they do is they suspend them so that they can check them out and see whether they're legit or not. These guys did wait a few days, couldn't get that account back, so they went and created a backup account, which is the account we're looking at now. And they've quickly, within a couple weeks' time, already recouped 20,000 followers, and they've just opened their Discord to the public. So originally their Discord was closed, but now you can see that 2 hours ago, as they hit their 20,000 follower mark, they did release a Discord to be open. At the moment, there is still plenty of opportunity. I'm just going to try to find where the Discord is. There's still plenty of opportunity to get whitelisted. I'm not whitelisted myself at the moment, but as you can see, they have a giveaway channel where they frequently do giveaways for mints, for other projects, as well as whitelisted their own project. They have a very, very small Discord at the moment, but that's just because they've only recently opened to the public. Before that, they had around 500 people, and all of those 500 people, or the majority of them, were OG. I got myself OG through getting into their Discord early on. But those of you who aren't in their Discord can just get in now with no stress. You don't have to worry about getting a Discord invite and being quick. You can just get into their Discord and you can go ahead and get whitelisted through avenues like this, or you can do fan art, or something that they're really focusing on is just being and having quality conversations in the Discord. So a lot of Discords nowadays focus on leveling and whatnot. These guys are totally the opposite. You don't have to worry about leveling up. It's more so having genuine and quality conversations over quantity, which I really do value. But aside from that, I did want to comment on the art. So you can see that the art, this is honestly what attracted me to their project initially. I think the art is super cool. It's definitely following that dark blackline meta that we see on projects like Cool Cats and Doodles. But aside from that, I think the artists have done a really, really good job with doing a lot of original traits. As you can see, I'm just going to scroll through here, and I think some of it is just super eye-catching, super appealing, and something that I definitely did want to put on your guys' radar. So they are minting in just around a week's time. You've got plenty of opportunity to get on the whitelist. They're probably going to be doing a public mint as well, as you can see, after the pre-sale. And I did want to mention as well, if you jump onto my Twitter account, it'll likely be my pinned tweet. I'm doing a whitelist spot giveaway. There'll be 5 whitelist spots available. All you'll have to do is follow me on Twitter, follow these guys on Twitter, retweet the post, and tag a friend. And so that's another way you guys are going to be able to get whitelisted, is through my pinned tweet that I'll be posting very shortly once this video goes live. But aside from that, let's jump onto the next project. The next one I wanted to cover is called Imaginary Ones, and obviously you guys have probably heard of this. They have a huge Twitter following, around 300k or almost 300k. They're going to be crossing that very shortly, in my opinion. All of their posts get thousands and thousands of likes and retweets. This one in particular was posted almost a month ago, and they've got 35,000 likes, almost 20k retweets, which is absolutely unbelievable. Again, the art is kind of following that 3D walking meta vibe that we saw with Hype Bears. Obviously, Hype Bears didn't do that well, but I think there's been no FUD around Imaginary Ones so far, and I think the traits and everything that is around their art is absolutely incredible. The other promising thing that that comes with their art is their main artist, which is this guy here. He has worked with projects, with companies, I should say, like Nike, Apple, Samsung, Heineken, Spotify, and L'Oreal. He does one out of one art on Ethereum, which you can see on his foundation.app here. This one sold for 27 ETH just a few days ago. And I'm not sure whether this included a whitelist spot to imaginary ones. I would assume that maybe it did, probably a couple actually, because of the price that it did go for. But the other thing is that these guys do have a closed Discord. It's very, very competitive to get into, but the promising thing is that they do Discord invites every single day. So you've just got to follow them, have their notifications on, and you can see that if I jump over into their Discord, they've got around 50,000 people so far. I was one of the first 1,000, and I do have whitelist, fortunately, from winning a Twitter giveaway. Like I say, I always enter Twitter giveaways for these huge projects. While the chances are low, if you do win, the payoff is absolutely huge. So I think these guys, again, will mint for around 0.1 to 0.3 ETH, kind of following that 3D meta quality art vibe. I think that'll probably be the price from 0.1 to 0.3. Any less, I would be extremely surprised. Any more, I would be a little surprised. But I think they could mint for 0.4 even, and it would easily sell out at that level as well. They're going to be doing an 8888 collection, but besides that, you need to get into their Discord to obviously get whitelisted from interacting in the general chat. Aside from that, they are whitelisting people through the usual fan art and the meme sections. And other than that, they are doing a pretty cool way that I would say that most projects don't. They're allowing people who aren't good at fan art to get involved. So what they did just a little while ago, probably around a week or so ago, is they gave people to just go ahead. They gave people the opportunity to go ahead and just do what they were good at. So whether that was cooking, whether that was doing something sport related or gaming related, all you had to do was do something that you were good at, submit that, and you had a chance of getting whitelisted if they enjoyed your submission from that. So I think this is something that a lot of projects should follow the lead that Imaginary Ones have taken, because not everyone is obviously good at fan art. So they gave people an opportunity to get involved and get on that whitelist, even if they weren't good at fan art. But aside from that, I think this project is definitely something to keep an eye on. They have not released a mint date yet, so just keep an eye on their Twitter for that. And let's jump you in the next project. So the next one I wanted to cover is a fairly new one. And you might be thinking new, it's got almost 40,000 followers, but this literally just came out, I would say less than a week ago. They have 10 tweets and they've got almost 40K. So why is it so big? It's big because the guy behind Invisible Friends, the main artist behind Invisible Friends, has literally tweeted out this, and it's got a bunch of traction. As you can see, it's got thousands of likes, thousands of retweets. And he's the guy that's going to be working on Garbage Friends as well. Now, he has said that he's unsure of what involvement he can go through with Garbage Friends because of his commitments that he has with Invisible Friends. But nevertheless, I think this is something that you'll want to have your eye on as we kind of move forward. So there's no Discord, there's no official announcements what the project is going to be. But people respect Marcus because of the work that he's done by himself. He has his own one-on-one art that he does auction off on Foundation. Aside from that, people respect him from the Invisible Friends artwork. Obviously, that is extremely cool artwork that the Invisible Friends project is going to be releasing. They're minting in less than a week, but that's beside the point. I think Garbage Friends, if Marcus does decide to pursue that and make that a full project by itself, I think it'll be massive, and I think that you could see this account easily reach the same sort of levels that we see Invisible Friends reach. It's pretty cool 2D sort of animated art, and I did have a link, here it is, that we can see. So it's that 2D animated sort of vibe that Invisible Friends is kind of following, so I think that is a really cool aspect that a lot of people do enjoy seeing. So besides that, there's really not too much information besides what we have covered. They do not have a Discord, they do not have a whitelist at the moment. There have been people that have been going and doing fan art in hopes of getting a whitelist extremely early, but there is literally no information at all around this project. So just something you guys will want to keep your eye on, follow with notifications in case they do start dropping Discord invites into a closed Discord. That is something you want to be on extremely quick. But besides that, you can see their tweets pretty much just just random tweets that they post out at random times with no plans whatsoever. So keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on Marcus's page as well. I'll be following him with notifications on in case he decides to drop some information regarding this project. But at the moment, it's super early. This project has had a ton of traction so far. But yeah, follow them, notifications on. Let's jump on to the next project. So the next project I wanted to go over is Cosmiqs. They're an 888 collection, and obviously their art again follows that 3D meta that we've been seeing. I do like the originality of the space scene that these guys seem to be incorporating. If I jump into their sneak peek channel in their Discord, you can see that they're posting these sneak peeks very frequently, and the majority of them, even this one, even though it's a donut sort of vibe, it does follow that space sort of theme, which I think is super appealing and super cool. So besides that, they do have a closed Discord. So to get into their Discord, your best shot is to just follow them with notifications on. Like always, they're generally posting new Discord invites every single day. It is very competitive. As you can see, there's only a 5k Discord and there's 57,000 people following them. So the chances of getting in are pretty tough, but yeah, like I said, they're posting them very frequently. So eventually your shot at getting in is definitely there. Now, once you're in, you do have to get whitelisted. And the best way to get whitelisted with this project is obviously going to be through DAO collaborations, being involved in other NFT projects on Ethereum, and then they get whitelist spots and then they raffle those off to the holders. The other way is obviously to just participate and be engaged in their Discord. And aside that, you can see that they've got an events, 2 events channels where they do games, where they do talent shows and whatnot. And the winners of the games and the winners of the talent show are rewarded with those whitelist spots. Now, I assume also, like the majority of projects do, they will be offering whitelist spots to people who do fan art. And if they enjoy the fan art, you'll get a whitelist spot. If you're not an artist, then obviously that's something you can't really do, so don't even worry about it. But aside from that, I think it's also super promising that one of the guys that I follow that is an NFT influencer on the Ethereum network is Popeye. So you can see that he's advising these guys. And it's not to say that because he's advising them, they're going to do extremely well. But I do think it's advantageous for projects to be getting help from guys who have been around the ecosystem for a while. They know what works, they know what doesn't work, so that they can use Popeye's advice on anything that they basically want to implement. So it's not a for sure sign that this project is going to bang off, it's going to pop off, but you would definitely rather have someone like Popeye or any other NFT influencer helping advise your project than to not have anyone. So I think that they'll gain a lot of value from having Popeye on the advisory team. But aside from that, as always, follow these guys, notifications on to get into the Discord. It's I'm not sure exactly how early it is. I don't think that they've yet released a date or a mint price, so you do still have time to be jumping on their whitelist. I'm not exactly sure what that figure says. I would assume it's 2,000 or something, and there's 500 people on the whitelist at the moment. That's what the planetary pass roll is. So there's still a bunch of time to get whitelisted, so you don't have to freak out about that at all. But aside from that, let's jump on to the next project. So the last project I wanted to cover is one called Kuroro Beast. Now, these guys are by no means new onto the scene. They have been around for a little while. And they have already done a mint for funding things that they obviously have to pay for. So team expenses and the development of their game, they have expenses for that obviously. And so they have released an initial golden ticket, which you can see here. It minted for 0.15 ETH and the floor is holding pretty steadily at 0.86. It headed over 1 ETH at one stage, but it's redrawn back to 0.86. But people who minted and even people that initially bought off secondary for around 0.5 or 0.6 are in a fairly good position here. There are obviously pros to holding this pass. I'm fairly sure anyone that holds this pass is going to be able to mint 2 of the actual Kuroro Beast when they do mint for free. So this pass included that, as well as a bunch of other pros that'll obviously be helpful for when the game releases. There'll be pros that come with this ticket for in-game features. But aside from that, their team is pretty solid. They're an 11-strong team, so they're by no means a huge team. They're fairly tight-knit. What is pretty cool though is that 3 of the people on the team have previously played Pokemon competitively. So I think that their impact on the mechanics of this game is going to be pretty cool as well. If you guys want to dive into the mechanics of the game yourself and how that's going to work, they do have a white paper in their Discord. As you can see, they've kind of grown. They've got more ambitions now, so I assume they're going to be releasing a V2 of their white paper, so keep an eye out for that. But you can check out what they're initially kind of thinking and what direction they're initially going in with this white paper here. What I find really cool about this particular Discord server is that usually when you go into a super hyped up project with tens of thousands of people, sometimes hundreds of thousands of people, the general chat is just a mess. It goes too quickly and people are just spamming things like wag me and whatnot. This project's general chat channel in their Discord is very, very genuine. You usually see the same people in there day in, day out. You get to know these guys, and a lot of the time, the mods and obviously the creators and the artists are also in here as well. So it's super easy to get involved, and if you're just being genuine in this Discord, then that's going to be your shot at getting a whitelist there. I'm already whitelisted. I got whitelisted through a quiz, I believe, that they had on their Twitter, so that's another avenue. They're doing whitelist giveaways on their Twitter, usually pretty frequently, whether that just be a retweet giveaway or a quiz giveaway. But aside from that, I did want to put this one on your radar. At the moment, it seems to me that they're just kind of in that developing the game phase. I'm not sure entirely when they're going to be doing their main mint for the actual beasts that are going to be played in the game. But aside from that, yeah, just follow them, notifications on. Yeah, that's basically the video, guys. The 5 projects that I wanted to put onto your guys' radar. If there's any project on the ETH network that you do want me to cover, just leave a comment below and I can cover those in the next video. If there's any other topics you guys want me to cover as well, go ahead and drop those as comments also. But aside from that, I'll see you guys in the next video.